What's up, YouTube? Scott1 here again with yet another album review. This time, another black metal project from Dark Adversary Records. I haven't seen anyone review this one, and I'm surprised because this band has like a fanboy-based fandom that's just out of this world. There's so many channels that talk about this band in particular, and I've never seen anybody review any of their things, which is kind of an interesting thing here because this is my first experience with said band, and we're talking about Drowning the Light here. This is their newest full length of their ever expanding, never ending discography. It's 2017's Varcolaci Rising. Man, first of all, the artwork on this thing is beyond incredible, man. Yeah, especially that. That is just beautiful, gorgeous, amazing artwork going on with the CD. One man project, everyone knows him. Our boy Asgore. Interesting side note, my first experience with said musician Asgore was last year's Black Funeral record, 2016's Anku and the Death Fire. Actually ended up making my end of the year list. One of those I got later in the year that, much like this one, if I would have got earlier, but this didn't come out till November, I would have definitely been all over it and been listening to it. Honestly, I have with this guy's newest one. Sorry, I get kind of confused, especially in new territory. This is the first time me reviewing this band or actually really getting into this band. And this is a good start, honestly. This one and the album before it, From the Abyss. But this one here is a really good intro for this band. I'm going to go ahead and get into some tracks because I've already started rambling on. The first track is yet like another album I reviewed recently. The first is an ambient track, spoken word, but in the, really cool vocal effects. There's a lot of good vocal effects in this album. Leads into the second track, Blood Covered Moon of the Varcolaci, or Varcolaci, however you pronounce this. Amazing track, starts off the album. Really good riffs going on here. Asgore's vocal performances, kind of a love it or hate it. It's kind of in the vein of Satanic War Master's earlier stuff. I'm guessing if I could compare it to anything, but anyway, really good vocal performance throughout the entire album. Going on to more tracks here. Shadows Dancing from the Crypt, another solid track. Kind of the vocals and the riffs kind of sync together is a weird thing about Drowning the Light. I found this band kind of hard to get into at first, but I listened to this album like twice on Bandcamp, and it's like, this is really good, and it comes at a good price, and it's supporting indie music, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's into this band. I just wanted to see what the hype was, and it's pretty well-deserved hype. I am actually quite enjoying this band. I'm not going to dive deep into their discography because I have heard quite a bit of their stuff now via Bandcamp, and it's not as good as this later stuff. To me, this later period of this band, between the last year's album and this one, and the EP that I heard, the newest EP, Paradise Slaves, this is the really good era of this band. But anyway, back to the track listing. Nosferatu, probably one of my favorite tracks on this record, starts in with a really cool keyboard trance-like riff. It's just really, really excellent. Cursed in the Name of the Oldest Vampires, the following track, is another amazing, just ambient, dark as fuck, evil as fuck, just tale about old vampires, and really good stuff here. Another one of my favorite tracks, Lycanthropic Tyranny. That was kind of a mouthful, but not really. Like I said, this is my first time reviewing this band. I haven't seen anyone review this album either, so it's kind of like I want to get things right on it. And that is another really great track. Honestly, probably, in my opinion, being new to this band, that's probably the best track on this album. Not saying it's their best track ever, but it's my favorite so far. Um, the track that follows, Drinking Lunar Spells, is another solid track. Then you go on to the final track. It's called From Stardust and Woe, Those Who Turn the Cosmic Wheel. Um, a really good closer, but yet the way this album ends just is kind of like it's over before, you know, when you're really getting into the mood and the atmosphere of this record. And that's what this record is all about: mood and atmosphere. Asgore, guy here, he talks about the inspiration for this, and I believe it's like right around like probably when the eclipse was going to happen and all that stuff. But it's all about, you know, he's inspired by the written and recorded during the lunar cycle from the new moon of April to the new moon of May 2017. Definitely a good theme. Kind of a weird supernatural creature that they're talking about here, the Varcolaci or Varcolosi, or however you want to pronounce it. Kind of like a shape-shifting werewolf slash vampire that drinks that charges its powers with the essence of the moon and then comes and feeds on mortals. It's a weird mythology, but it's really fucking cool, and it's a really good atmosphere for a black metal record. And yeah, one of the many discographies of this band. And for a score on this, I would actually have to give this one a really solid 4.5 out of 5. This is a really good record. It's a really good starting point for this band if you've never listened to them before, like myself. And I'm into a lot of different black metal. And like I said previously in the video, when I first heard this band, I couldn't really see what the hype was. And then I actually listened to this full length because I was taken back by the cover art. And yeah, I listened to it on Bandcamp, and I was like, wow, I'll go ahead and buy a copy just to have one of them in the collection. But yeah, Drowning the Light, Varcolaci Rising on Dark Adversary Productions. Give it a listen if you haven't already. Anyone watching this is probably already a fan of stuff like this, but if you're not, if you're new to this band especially, this is a pretty good record to start off with. But yeah, I think I ran off the mouth enough about this band and this album. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments what you think of my album reviews here, the channel, the new setting. It is a newer setting compared to my older videos that were very lo-fi and just shitty. And not that this is any better, but anyway, enough rambling. See you guys in the next video.